Hey, how's it going? It's me, Curtis. I'm here at Photo Bang Bang. I wanted to talk about some different lighting modifiers. So if you've got a strobe, you've got a light source, but without any way to control that light, it's not going to do you much good. So everybody pretty much starts off with a basic reflector, which gives you some control, because now at least you're not spilling light out of the sides, but you're still getting a bunch of light out of the front that is going to go all over the place. So one of the first things you can do is buy a barn door kit, which clips right onto your existing reflector. These are about 30 bucks or so on Amazon. And it's great because with these barn doors, you can control where the light's going, but it also comes with some colored gels that you can use to give the lights a little different character. I'm really partial to the red and the blue ones. It's also got a grid which controls the direction of the light in a really great way. This is probably a 40-degree grid. This is the most useful size. The tighter these little holes are, the worse, not the worse, but the less useful it is, because it makes the light smaller and smaller. This gives you a good amount of control, but still a decent size of light. So that just replaces your typical reflector and goes right on the light. And then you can close these barn doors down again to block the light and create a smaller light source, so that you're not putting light all over your whole room or your whole scene, and you've got some control. Another way to deal with that is to have your basic reflector, but then you would use this product, which is called Cinefoil. And this is like heavy-duty tinfoil. It's really thick, a lot thicker than the stuff you wrap up food with, and it's black anodized, so it doesn't reflect any light. You can use this to wrap the whole light up and hide it. You can also use it to build modifiers for your light. So this stuff's recyclable, and rather than reusable, I should say. It's recyclable too, but it's reusable. And rather than pulling off a fresh strip off this roll, I've got a whole box of used pieces. And actually, when it's all wrinkled up like this, it's much better to use because it doesn't have any flat surfaces that are going to reflect light off of. So for something like this, you could wrap your whole light, and now instead of paying $30 for one barn door, you pay $30 for a whole roll of this, which is like, I don't know, 100 feet or something. 12 inches by 50 feet for $39.95 from B&H. So you get quite a lot of it. It's not the cheapest stuff, but you get a lot of it. And then from here you can build whatever kind of lighting modifier you want. You want a snoot? Bang, you got one. You want barn doors? You can open it up. And if you need a flag and you just want the light to not spill on a wall, you can put it on one side of the light and keep it from going everywhere. You can see that this foil's got some holes in it. It's definitely seen some better days. That doesn't really matter too much. You can still use this. But once it gets too ripped up and too holy, then time to send it on its way. But I've got just so much of it, and so I'll use a couple pieces. And it's also a good way if your light is up on the ceiling or something and you don't want to see it in the shot. You can wrap the whole light and really hide it, so you're not going to have any silver parts showing or any logos or anything. Now, what's that? Who knows? But that's our light. So that's Cinefoil, and that is a great value. Another one in that same price range of like the $30 to $40 is a 30-inch strip box. And this is my favorite small lighting tool. It creates a light that's about the size of a couch, about the size of a bed, and with this removable egg crate that's inside of it, that controls where the light's going to spill. This comes out, and then you can have more of a softbox effect, and you can add diffusion. It's got some other shapes you can strap onto the front with the Velcro to change the shape of the light. I never use any of that. I just use it in this configuration like 100% of the time. And I've only got the one piece of diffusion on the inside. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a second layer of diffusion you can add to the front. I don't use that. I just have this the inner layer and the egg crate. And I use this all the time. It's a very useful light. It's not super portable. Of course, it is a softbox, so you can break it down. They're not the most fun to set up and tear down on a shoot. It's going to take you a few minutes, and eventually you're probably going to wind up getting really frustrated with having to do that. But they do work for portable stuff as well. But for 30 to 40 bucks, barn doors, Cinefoil, 32-inch strip box. Those would be my choices for lighting modifiers to get started with.